getting to Joburg because honestly I was going to live it up, party, club to club. But then Jesus works differently, and I managed to get saved and washed by the blood of Jesus. So to my housemates, really, to be quite frank, some of my housemates I did not like from a bar of soap. One of them actually stole my dress and had the nerve to post it on Facebook. But that's not here nor there. Okay, and I love that.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly, but I go by Glow Up. Hey, yay, yay. Anyway, here on YouTube, and if it's your first time seeing my little face for the very first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as the post notification bell, as well, so that you are notified every time I put up a new video. To all my ride or dies, all my regular schmegulars, all my day ones is the A1. Hi Glowwies, I hope you guys are doing amazing today. All right, it's love month, it's love season, so I had to climb on the bandwagon and tell you guys basically a little story time, might I say. Yeah, it actually is a story time about what it is like to date about men of God, about pastor, about, yes Lord, I would not recommend. You know what? But everybody's brave, and if you're brave, you can go for it and go tackle everything else. If you want to see the transformation, or rather the reels of this video, of this makeup look, the link will be in the description box below. I had eyelashes on, I had a different lip on, but then Nigel woke up and then I had to like chill with him and play with him. So I take off eyelashes when I'm chilling with him, and the lipstick because I kiss him quite a bit. So now he's fast asleep, and I'm hoping I can finish this video with him still asleep. If you want to hear my little 2 cents and my experience on dating a man of God, stay tuned. I had to go get something to drink, but I got water. Don't think this is vodka, it's not a gin. I had to get water. Really, it's a bit too early to drink, and also I just want to chill and enjoy my son a little bit without having a little bit of a buzz on me. So yeah, let's get started with the story time, okay? So basically this happened in first year. In first year I was in Johannesburg. I lived in a commune. I started going to a particular church that the video on that church is still coming. It's just that there's still a lot of communication in the background with some of the people who are kind of reaching out, trying to like mend fences and stuff like that. So yeah, it was first year. I got to Joburg. My idea of getting to Joburg was honestly I was going to live it up, party, club to club. But then Jesus works differently, and I managed to get saved and washed by the blood of Jesus. So what was happening is this was a new church that had just started up on campus, and they wanted to start doing home sales. So I lived in the commune. They suggested that, okay, hi, how about we try and establish a home sale at your place? And I was just like, no, it's fine, I'll talk to my housemates and find out how they feel about it, and I'll let you guys know. Spoke to my housemates. Really, to be quite frank, some of my housemates I did not like from a bar of soap. One of them actually stole my dress and had the nerve to post it on Facebook, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, and I love that dress. It was a whitey E dress, so you can just imagine my heart, my chest. So okay, fine. They agreed, my housemates agreed, and then they put this particular man of God in charge of our, our home sale. Okay, sure, fine. It's funny, this story, because it has so many things to it. So fine, he came the first time. We spoke, we had the home sale. Then me and him exchanged numbers because I was their link to the homes. I was their link to the girls at the house. And he, like, let's call him Lloyd. Okay. So Lloyd was around, and then me and Lloyd started talking. And I think it was from the first time he had my number. We spoke up until the AMs, and we were just texting, like, but just general conversations, His personality was like a chilled personality, chilled vibes type of person. He didn't make me like scared of him because he was a man of God or anything else like that. And he was fairly young, but everybody there at the church was fairly young. So I think he was around 25 when I met him, or 24, 23, around about there. So fine, me and him are talking. And funny enough, while I was going to school, me and this friend of mine, let's call her Alyssa. Me and Alyssa were together, we were going to school and stuff like that. And I was on my phone quite a bit. And Alyssa was like, why are you on your phone so much? And I was like, oh, no, I'm talking to Lloyd. And I was just like, what type of conversations are you having with him? And I was just like, just general conversations. Like, he seems like a cool guy, and he finds me like a chilled chick. And Alyssa was just like, let me see. Gave him the phone and just like, you guys are flirting. And I was just like, no, we're not flirting. It really is not that deep. Let it go. And she was just like, alright, if you say so. And then we continued talking for a while, and obviously we were having the home sales, if I'm not mistaken, once a week. So he would come and we'd chill after everybody leaves. When he's about to go, we'd go hang out in his car and we'd just talk and talk. And there wasn't nothing to it. And I think maybe 2 to 3 weeks passed of that happening, and then he was just like, yo, I kind of like you. And I was just like, ew, no, you're a man of God. Ew. And he was just like, no, I really like you, but I know it's inappropriate, so I don't think anything should happen, but I enjoy your company and I have the feeling that you enjoy my company too. And I was just like, sure, yeah, I do. Mind you, at that time I kind of had a boyfriend, but he links to another story time, and I don't have the time. Like the story time where I was dating 3 guys at the same time. He was the boyfriend that lived close to my house, so we had somewhat dragged it into varsity. Yeah, like pulled it to varsity. But yeah, so from my conversations with Lloyd, I kind of gauged that Lloyd somewhat gave the impression, which I may have been wrong, of wanting to settle down and have a relationship and get married, because as a man of God, you need a helper, as they like to refer to women. But that's okay, go get a maid. But anyway, so I got that impression, and I was just like, that's weird. I'm rather young, so I don't have that vibes, but I don't mind talking to him and chilling with him and talking and whatever. So fine. So eventually we ended up going on a date, and it was so cute. The date was really, really cute. We went, got food, drove up to a cliff, and looked at like how, not Gauteng, Joburg in general, or like the area. I don't want to mention the area, but we looked over there and we had pizza there, and it was so cute, and I found it really cute. And I think that's when we actually kissed for the first time. Yeah. And we kissed, and it was whatever, and it was chilled. Sharp fine. Premature me, my little self went, like I done caught feelings. I was just like, oh my gosh, I like this guy, mama. And I ended up telling Alyssa that I really like this person, and then me and this person are kind of trying to see where things are going and everything else like that. Okay, sharp fine. Then it continued like that. We would meet up, continued talking, everything else, talking, and that was that. So eventually, it kind of got to our head pastor. He was a minister. It kind of got to our pastor that something was happening. This is where that church just gets freaky and weird. So the whole dynamic is that you're not meant to date in church. You're meant to wait on God to give the man the sign that you guys must begin courtship, you guys must get married, and all of that nonsense. That was utter bullshit, actually. But anyway, fine, it got out. So the pastor then this other time is just like, hey, Molly, I would like to meet up with you so we can talk. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then he came through to my house. Then he came, and then what usually happens, I thought like, okay, it was going to be like a reprimand type of thing and whatever, but it wasn't that. He came and was talking to me, and it was just about how bad this person is. This person has done this, just bashing. And that's when I think I got my first red flag with the church, but I just ignored it. And then he was telling me all these things, how horrible this person is, bloody, bloody, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel you. I hear you. Being me, one thing about me, I'm loyal to my person. If I'm dating you or if I'm like interacting with you, if anybody comes and says anything left field, I'm going to tell you the minute this person leaves. So I called Lloyd, And Lloyd was just like, wow, I'm surprised, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 nothing like that. You know, like I told you, this was the conversation that we had in terms of what we're exploring. We were just getting to know each other. It wasn't a title. We were not dating. There was nothing to it. And I knew that, but I think in my Majida Mblogala, in my head, I was just like, this is my man's, okay? This is done. This is whatever. And he's like, Lloyd is like a very charismatic, polite, charming person. Looks wise, had a nice body, but looks wise, he's not like hot or anything. And I don't want to say that because I feel like, I know he won't see this, but I just feel like he thought he was hot. That's the thing. It was the anointing and the blessing of God over him that made him hot, but he wasn't hot at all. He wasn't hot. So fine. Okay. That happened for like a while, and even after church he would pick me up. He would, you know, we had those vibes, and it kind of got known at church that something was happening with those two people. But I kept on denying it. We kept on denying it because also we didn't want to have to deal with like courtship and having to like have people in something that we ourselves have not even defined. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So fine. I think it was September holidays, or it was, I don't know when, but I had come home. Okay. So I left Joburg and I came home and I was home. I even like literally the first day I got home, I got a call from a pastor, and he was just like, hello. And I was just like, hello. And he's like, are you and Lloyd dating? And I was just like, I don't know, but we are just getting to know each other. And he was just like, are you sure that's all that's happening? And I was just like, yes, that's all that's happening. And he was just like, oh, okay, no, that's fine. And I was just like, alright, cool. He wasn't upset, he wasn't throwing a casket, he wasn't doing whatever, it was fine. So I continued with my life. 2 days later, Alyssa calls, and Alyssa's just like, you won't believe. And I was like, I won't believe what? And it's like, Lloyd took, who's this person? Let's name this girl Antoinette. Okay, Lloyd and Antoinette were caught seeing each other or dating, and I was just like, what do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. And he was just like, no, literally Antoinette was at Lloyd's house, and I don't know, she told somebody and she was bragging to people about it, that they're gonna get married, they're gonna do this. And I was just like, wait, I'm confused. I don't understand. So I drop Alyssa's phone, I drop her phone call, I call Lloyd, doesn't answer, and I'm just like, what? Doesn't answer. And I was just like, something don't make sense. Oh, but something that I omitted, before I left, me and Lloyd had a conversation because it was picking up at church and everything else, and I was just like, so we were just like, no, whatever we're doing, we need to stop it because it's not right. You know, he's like, I'm your minister and this is not supposed to happen, blah 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 blah. And mind you, at this point we've made out, we've done it, but we haven't had sex, like actual banyakos. And we never did. Actually, we really contrary to people's belief, me and him never had turbulanas. It never happened ever. We've been close to it a couple of times, even post breakup, if you can call it that, but we never had sex. So fine, I call him, doesn't answer. I call him, doesn't answer. Then I'm eyes. I'm home, I'm living my life. But one thing about me, I don't forget. So I think about a day later, I called him, and then he finally answered, and I'm just like, Kanti, what's going on? And he was like, nah, it's not what people are making it out to seem. She was there at my house helping me with something, but it's not, it really is like not what you think. It's not what people are making it out to be. But I could hear in his voice. The thing with Lloyd and I is that our connection was genuine, but we misinterpreted the connection. We were just meant to be friends. Like, we vibe a lot more as friends than anything else. Even post the experience with church, we were still friends for a couple of years, before we actually, I don't even know, we just stopped talking. So I was just like, oh, but I could hear in his voice he was lying. I was just like, oh, okay, no, it's fine. Fine. Then I head back home. When I head back home, I find that he has been fired from the church. No, it wasn't even then. I think it was December holidays actually when everything happened, because I was home for a long period and a lot was happening, and Alyssa kept on updating me like, this is what's happening. Oh my gosh, this. Oh my gosh, that. And then even then, after I'd spoken to Lloyd and he was just like, no, nothing happened, it's really not what people are saying it to be, whatever, he was telling me that he's actually planning to leave the church because he just feels like it's not helping him grow. It just feels like he's a bit restricted and stuff like that. And then I came to find out who actually got fired. Okay, he actually got fired because no, not saying that like congregates kistoko, but like they were, and it was a two-way street in the sense of he was doing it, the main pastor was doing it, even though he likes to think he wasn't doing it. We all know he was doing it because a lot of girls, like, but that will all be in the next story. Let me know in the comments below if you guys really want that story, but like, I just need to finalize a couple of things before I even start talking about it. So I came back to Joburg. Yeah, it was early January, early Feb. But me and Lloyd were still talking, but it wasn't like deep talking. It wasn't like, whatever. Then we came back. He was gone from the church. He was in a different church. I think even that church was led by a female, if I'm not mistaken. That became his spiritual mother. Whole other different ball game, whatever. And then yeah. So I came back. When I come back, I hear the full story. So from what I have gathered, from what I knew, he had started talking to Antoinette, and him and Antoinette were seeing each other. And Antoinette was a bit older than me, and I think Antoinette was going to be able to provide him the seriousness and the commitment that he was looking for. And then they got caught because Antoinette got excited, and Antoinette started telling people about them and what they were doing and stuff like that. And I don't know, to be honest, I don't know if that situation hurt me or what, because at the end of the day, I felt like I had no platform to be upset because we were never really dating. But at the same time, a lot of things were said that were spiritually charged that led to me being comfortable enough to say, okay, let's try something. Because that whole concept of like, I need to get a sign from God and stuff like that, those things were used on me, and I didn't see them as manipulation before, but when I got out, I realized it was because he had said certain things to that effect to me. I don't want to go in depth in it because I just feel like I want this video to be lighthearted. So yeah, I don't know if that situation hurt me or not. I think it did, but I'm not sure. So yeah, then he left the church, and then I found out he actually did the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And then eventually, I think like a month later, me and him met up and we spoke, and then we just decided like, yo, listen, we are better as buds, and we really were better as friends. Flirty friends, and friends that could be inappropriate at times, but we were just better as friends. And he's still like, I think even if I was to see him today, it wouldn't be a thing of just like, it'd still be like, oh my gosh, how you been? We should catch drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, but the gag is Lloyd kept on giving, like, no, not giving as in a sexual way, but like he was just a movie on its own. The gag is, I'm not mistaken if it was in March or May, he got engaged. Oh, to Antoinette, you ask? No. To a whole other person. And he told me, like, casually, oh, I'm engaged, I'm going to get married, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, this don't make no damn sense. So, in my understanding, I think from what, like, you know, after a while, when you guys are somewhat over something, the person starts being more honest about how everything played out. I think he was still seeing the girl he got engaged to. I don't know if they're married now. I'm not sure really. I really couldn't care less if they're married or not. But I know they were having before I ruin households. Okay. Before I ruin households. Anyway, I figure he was seeing the person he got engaged to, but at the same time utilizing his position at church and his like role at church to somewhat have smaller nyana flings in between before actually settling down with her. That's what I figure happened. And that's what happened. So yeah, the story time is really not that deep actually. Is it? I don't think so. I don't think it's that deep. And it really, like, this whole dynamic, this whole thing lasted, I think, the time when we actually said to ourselves, like, this can never be anything than what it is, was in late February when I got back. And that was it. That wasn't even like, I don't even think our whole thing lasted 6 months or close to 6 months, because even when we were still talking, we were talking like the way we used to, as though we were not taking a break from whatever we were doing. So yeah, that's just about it. So yeah, what I can tell you, if you're now recently just saved, be careful about whatever church you're in. Be careful about the men in that church. And yeah, but nonetheless, Lloyd was a good person. He's like, you know, he's a good guy as a friend. Like, he's a chill guy as a friend. Like, me and him can get fucked the wasted together. And we did one time. We got so wasted together on Jam Jars, and it was such an amazing night. Nothing too emotional about it, nothing sexually driven about it. It was just two people having fun. So yeah, I'm gonna just do story time to you guys, to tell you guys about, like, I haven't dated that much. That's the thing, because I'm such a relationship girl. So I haven't had like 10, 15 boyfriends. No, I'm not that girl. I date somebody, I'm with somebody for a year, 6 months. I date somebody, I'm with somebody for 2 years. Or I date somebody, I'm with somebody for 3 years. So kimoto all. So you guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys found it entertaining. If you would like to see more story times, and if you really want that whole church experience story time, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, as well as don't forget to go follow me on all my social media platforms. The links will be in the description bar below. So Kila's dad is actually outside. Kila's father is actually outside, and he has a meeting, so I have to cut this very, very short. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I hope you guys will subscribe to the channel, because we're on our road to 1,000 subscribers and more. Continue to subscribe. Don't forget that makeup is not key to your beauty, it's merely glitter on a Mona Lisa. Bye.